Hello, welcome back to story time. I can't wait to see how this is gonna end. So I'm gonna read another chapter or two of Ivy and Bean make the rules. You're gonna have to excuse me. I just before the video sneeze. As I went we went to get a prescription from the pharmacy, and Maggie likes to go in the car, so we had the window open. Oh my goodness. Talk about allergies. And I took my allergy medication. But you're going to hear me go, nothing comes out. I mean, it's just like I'm allergic to a lot of stuff, I think. But the only thing that really helps me is something called quercetin. It's not even for allergies, but it helps me. I don't know why. Anywho, that's for your parents to know, not for you to know. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully, well, the cats were sleeping. Two of them are sleeping. And Minnie's at the door. So hopefully we won't have a lot of interruptions. So let's continue to read Ivy and Bean make the rules. Because I am really curious about this camp. So, this chapter is called Monkey Park Gone Wild. What? Look at this. Now they got 2 recruits for the camp. What is that? A bone? Oh, no. Oh, she got a t-shirt with flaming arrows. Hopefully this will go okay. I don't know. What do you think? Ivy was the counselor in charge of nature study. It was only fair. She knew a lot about nature. She knew about bugs and dinosaurs and tornadoes. But what the heck was nature study? Ivy wasn't sure, so the next morning she brought every naturey. Oh my gosh. I can't even read, and then they put this stuff in there. Naturey things she could think of to Camp Flaming Arrow. Please be seated, said Ivy to Harlan and Franny. They sat. I'm surprised they came back after the day before. These are our nature study materials, our kit. That was good. A kit sounded like something a counselor would have. This is a magnifying glass. She held it up. We know, said Franny, like she's holding the magnifying glass. I think they're going to get bored of the camp really soon. Shh, said Bean. Ivy held up a pair of goggles. These are goggles. They protect your eyes during explosions. Explosions, said Harlan. Ivy held up binoculars. For seeing things that are far away. Like what? Said Franny. What are we going to see? Shh, said Bean. Paper bags, said Ivy, waving them. For specimens. What specimens? Says Franny. I don't see any specimens. Hey, said Bean. The counselor is always right. I don't think this is a real nature study, grumbled Franny. Let's do more crafts like yesterday. They like the craft. Let me pull forward a little bit. Bean was just about to get mad when Ivy spoke. Fine, she said, like she didn't care. If you want to go off by yourself and do craft, that's okay. But you'll be missing a very special event. A very unusual event. She smiled. Today's nature study is... She paused dramatically. The Komodo dragon. A dragon, squealed Harlan. A dragon. Oh my gosh. Do they think they're going to see a dragon? Komodo dragons are lizards. And they should stay far away from me. Ivy explained. They're longer than 2 grown-ups put together. Their spit is red and poisonous. And guess what? They don't ever poop. What do they look like? Asked Harlan. How can they not poop? They look like giant brown lizards, answered Ivy. They can't chew. They don't have any taste buds. She didn't know how they could not poop, so she didn't answer that question. Do they live here? Asked Harlan, looking around. How can they not poop? They eat goats whole, said Ivy. And they live here in Monkey Park? Asked Franny. She didn't sound like she believed it. Oh, there's a Komodo dragon and there's a goat right whole inside, standing up in her stomach. Ivy looked at Bean. Komodo dragons are very, very rare in Monkey Park, she said. But we might get lucky today. This was true. There might be a Komodo dragon that had escaped from the zoo. It's just possible. In fact, I think I better go get my Komodo catcher just in case. Really? Said Harlan. He bounced a little. We're going to catch one? Maybe, said Ivy. I'll be right back. Well, Ivy ran to her house. Bean gave the campers a pep talk. At least it started out as a pep talk. Nature study is one of the most important parts of camp, she said. But it's also the most dangerous. She squinted her eyes like a cowboy. We've lost a few campers in nature study. Lost? Asked Harlan. Where? Bean shook her head slowly. She was feeling more like a cowboy every minute. Monkey Park, she drawled. It's wild land. Oh no! Look at this. What does she have? A net? They're gonna catch a Komodo dragon with a net. Oh my goodness. Harlan looked worried. Maybe we should skip nature study. I ain't camp without nature study, said Bean. Oh, it ain't camp. She wanted to spit, but usually it dribbled down her front, so she didn't. Don't fret, little fella. We're going in prepared. You sound like a cowboy, said Franny. Well, ma'am, began Bean. But just then, Ivy came running back with a butterfly net in her hand. That's a butterfly net, said Franny. It's a Komodo catcher, said Ivy. Bean picked up a thick stick, and this is here is a Komodo whopper. Harlan put on the goggles. What if they eat us? He asked. Oh, Harlan, said Franny. It's just made up. There aren't any Komodo dragons. Oh my gosh. Don't be so sure, Missy, said Bean, rubbing the part of her face where a bear would be. Like, Let's move out. Nice and slow. Ivy led them through the little woods. They wound among the trees, their feet crunching quietly over leaves. And Bean began to think that if there were a Komodo dragon, it would be very hard to see. It might creep up on them with its red and poisonous spit. Halt! Ivy whispered, shouted. Bean and Harlan and Franny halted. Ivy bent down and scrabbled in the dirt. Look, she pointed. Footprints. Bean leaned in and saw a big 5-toe footprint. Komodo? She asked. Ivy nodded wisely. Be very quiet, she whispered. Hardly breathing, they walked on. Step, step, step. Hark! Ivy whispered. What was that call of the Komodo dragon? Woohoo! That's like an owl. Woohoo! Bean set out on the other side of her mouth. Oh my goodness, look at them walking around, walking in circles. I hope they don't see a Komodo dragon. They're gonna be running for their lives. That's you, said Franny. No, that was the yellow-bellied sapsucker, said Ivy. Suddenly she bent and scrabbled in the dirt again. Look, she cried, a specimen. She held up a muddy lump. The Komodo has been here. Harlan lifted up his goggles to get a good look. What is that thing? Oh my gosh. Poor Harlan. It's a clump of dirt if you ask me. This is the remains of the Komodo's breakfast. Ah. Ivy peered at it carefully. I believe it was a goat. A goat? Harlan said. That was a goat? Oh, Harlan, Franny said. It wasn't a goat. She's just making it up. Ivy turned a little bit red. I'm not making it up. Yes, you are, said Franny. I said I believe it was a goat. And I do. Bean could see that Ivy was getting mad. Bean knew from experience that when Ivy got mad, she got stubborn. Oh my gosh, they were probably going to have an argument. Yup, now they're having it. You don't know anything about Komodo dragons, Ivy was saying. Oh my gosh. Bored, Bean sat down and looked over at the field. The soccer teams were there again. It wasn't a game with moms and dads watching. It was a bunch of kids kicking a ball around while a teenager yelled at them. Soccer camp? Bean guessed. Hey, one of the kids was Leo, who went to school with Ivy and Bean. He was mostly their friend, mostly, even though he called them wackos sometimes. As Bean watched, the teenager stopped yelling and walked away, talking on his cell phone. As soon as his back was turned, the soccer kids went bonkers, kicking balls this way and that. Go, go, go! They screamed, racing around the field. Leo was one of the fastest, zigzagging and screeching and waving his arms wildly. Wildly! Look at all this. Look at this game. There you can see all the kids. Look at them. So go! Oh, jeez. That must be fun. Bean started to laugh. Hey! She poked Ivy with her stick. Check it out! An escaped Komodo dragon. She pointed at Leo. What? Said Franny. Ivy turned and saw. She giggled. Wow, a whole herd of them. Get the big one, yelled Bean. She jumped up and began to run. Waving her whopper, Ivy followed with her butterfly net. Komodo hunt! Bean screamed to Franny and Harlan, and they took off behind her. Oh my gosh. They're following the boys. Leo was so busy zipping around that he didn't notice Bean until she was right next to him. Hey, he said. Bean, what are you doing? Get him, she yelled to Ivy. Ivy almost got the net over Leo's head, but he dodged away. Head him off at the pass, cried Bean to Harlan and Franny. Leo didn't bother asking any more questions after that. He just ran. Oh my gosh. He was out of there. Oh no, I think they caught up with him. Look at that. Boing. Number 8. There they go. She's got a stick and the Ivy got him with the net. Waggling the whopper over her head, being charged after him. Circle around, circle around, she shrieked. Leo looked over his shoulder and headed for the trees. Ivy and Franny and Harlan tore after him. He swung around and headed in the other direction. But there was Bean and her whopper. Leo turned again and ran smack into Ivy. Got him, Ivy yelled, which wasn't exactly true, since she and Leo were both on the ground. Bag him, hollered Bean, and Ivy dropped the net over Leo's head. Good work, panted Bean, galloping up and with Harlan and Franny. Leo was panting too. What are you guys doing? Bean poked Leo with her whopper. I'll be blamed It's a talking Komodo. Very rare, gasped Ivy. Leo looked at them. What are you guys talking about? You're a Komodo dragon, Harlan said. A small one, said Bean. A runt, giggled Ivy. I am not, said Leo. Come on, what is this? It's a camp, said Ivy. We're the counselors, explained Bean. This is nature study, said Franny. A Komodo dragon hunt, said Ivy. And you're the Komodo dragon, Harlan told him. Leo took the net off his head. You guys are wackos, you know that? Bean stood up. Come on, little campers, let's move out. Wait, Leo said. He rolled over on his stomach. You want to hunt a real Komodo dragon? Try catching that kid over there. He pointed at the kid who was whizzing by with the soccer ball. Hey, Juanito, you're a Komodo, Leo yelled. The kid stopped whizzing. What? Get him! Poor Juanito. He's gonna be the next one. Oh, these girls crack me up. Toppity top top. Oh my gosh. That night, this is another chapter. That night, Nancy talked about her routine a lot. But what is it, Bean asked. You know, a dance to a song. Like a music video, said Nancy. Hello, I'm not allowed to watch music videos, said Bean. Nancy rolled her eyes. Okay, she said, I'll show you. She hopped up from her chair and twirled around. And then we go like this. She walked sideways to the right, to the left. Then watch this. She swung her hands up in the air and looked at them. That's the best part, she said. Oh my goodness. And they were eating until she started her routine. Oh. She's looking pathetic, like poor Bean. She's so bored. Bean wondered how that could be the best part. Is that it? She asked. Yeah, said Nancy. It was the most boring dance Bean had ever seen. But she didn't say that. Great, she said. That was really great. Thanks, said Nancy. Is the arm part good? Oh, isn't the arm part good? They just put their hands up. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Could I be allergic to cats? Too late. Oh my gosh. Because Minnie gets, and she wakes me up in the morning and jumps all over me like I'm a bridge or something. And right after she gets on my face and then she puts her butt on my face. It's like, oh, look at me, look at me. Look, she's over there. She knows I'm talking about her. And then I start like feeling the sniffles, like maybe I'm allergic. So I don't care because I think the same thing happens with the dogs sometimes. I'm not getting rid of my animals. I love them too much. They give me so much joy. So if I'm allergic, I need to get over it. And that's it. And that's all I have to say about that. Oh, okay, where was I now? I told you to put your finger there, so I know. You didn't put your finger. I forgot to put mine. Okay. Oh, So, did you do anything else in camp today? Anything besides the routine? First, we had to decide what to wear for the routine. Bean stopped listening. Dance. She could do a dance, and her dance wouldn't be boring. Her dance would be good. She had everything she needed for a good dance, right in her basement. There were many interesting things in Bean's basement, and one of them was a metal washtub. A metal... Look! How are you gonna dance with that? You can't even see where you're going. Anywho, Bean's mom had bulb for apples in it when she was a kid. It was big, but it wasn't so big that Bean couldn't carry it. And that was good because the next morning she carried it all the way to Monkey Park. Harlan and Franny were already there. What's that? Harlan yelled. Oh no, here she comes. Come here, Minnie. Oh, here comes trouble. Bean plunked down the tub. What are you doing here this early? And Eartha kicked us out. I would hate to have an aunt like that, said Harlan. Harlan told her about Komodo dragons and she got all mad, said Franny. I think it was the poop, explained Harlan. Juanito poked his head out of the tent. Hi! Hey, what are you doing here? Asked Bean. Hiding from Coach, said Juanito. Are we going to do that dragon thing again? No, said Bean. Today's something different. We'll start as soon as Ivy gets here. Ivy came and Leo too. Today, campers, said Bean. My nose is itchy, I'm sorry. We will be learning to dance. Ew, said Leo. No way. I'm out of here, said Juanito. He started walking away. Bean held out her hand. Thumbtacks, please, Counselor Ivy. Thumbtacks? What? Leo and Juanito stopped walking. Thumbtacks? Now, first, you have to have really thick bottom shoes. Bean checked her camper shoes. Excellent. Second, you stick 6 thumbtacks in the bottom of each shoe. Huh? I think she wants to tap dance. I will demonstrate. Bean felt just like her teacher, Miss Arubatate. She bent down and stuck 6 thumbtacks in the bottom of each shoe. That's dangerous to do that. And now we dance, she said. Harlan and Franny clapped. Leo and Juanito moved a little closer. Bean bowed and stepped onto the top of the tub. She tapped one foot, then the other. Good noise. She tappity tap, tappity tap, 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 tap. Oh, I keep going. Sorry. I got carried away. The noise was nice and loud. Tappity 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 tap. How could they all fit in one tub? Look. They're all tap dancing on that little metal tub. Oh jeez. The noise was astounding. Leo and Juanito came back. Isn't this great? Yelled Bean over her tapping. Let me try, Franny cried. She and Harlan put thumbtacks in their shoes and danced together on the tub, making a truly incredible amount of noise. Dogs barked. Passing cars slowed. All the other camps stopped to watch. Pretty soon, Bean, Franny, Harlan, Leo, and Juanito were cramped onto the tub, dancing their hearts out. Ivy was trying to explain to their friends Sophie W. and a kid named Ella that they'll get their turn next. A counselor was trying to get Ella to come back to puppet fun. No one could hear a thing. Oh no. Late in the afternoon, Bean lay in the grass in front of the tent. She was happy. Dance had been great. Well, dance had been great until Bean's mom came to the park and took the tub away. Oh no. She said she could hear it all the way at Bean's house. Don't you like the sound of dancing children? Asked Bean. No, her mom has said. Juanito and Leo's coach made them go to soccer camp, but they come back later for strength training. Leo and Juanito knew all about strength training. Oh gosh, what is this? This one is thinking about hot dogs. That's Harlan. Camp Flaming Arrow had started with a grape. Oh, wait. It says, you had to start easy. Camp Flaming Arrow has started with a grape. Picking up a grape is easy. After the grape, the campers went on to heavier things, like rocks and Harlan. Leo said he could pick up a car, but then he wouldn't show them, so no one believed him. Ella, who had tunneled out under the picnic table of puppet fun, said that she could pick up her dad, but no one believed her either. Sophie W. said if they all stuck 2 fingers under Ivy and thought about water, they'd be able to lift her. I don't think so. What? Excuse me. Where you going? You're being nice at least. Let me not say it too loud. Okay. They did that until Harlan forgot to think about water and Ivy hurt her head. Oh no! That's when he was thinking about hot dogs. Camp Flaming Arrow is getting big, said Ivy. She was lying on the grass too. We've got 6 campers now. That's because it's such a great camp, said Bean. Best thing is you don't have to pay for it. Oh no. Zombie problem in Monkey Park. My nose is so itchy. I'm gonna have to stop. And then I'll make another video. But it's getting really good. I'm very interested to know how this is gonna end. And Miss Mischievous over here is misbehaving in my camp. Camp Grandma over here. Or Camp Mom to her. Hello, you, yoo-hoo. I forgot to put back the thing that Pikachu, the little basket Pikachu got a little bit out. And now she's discovering it. What are you doing? Silly Willies. Okay, so let me release this video for you. And then I keep scratching my nose. I'm sorry. And Sasha's barking. So it's time to quit. And it's still in the afternoon. I was early. So be good. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay? Hopefully soon. All right. Bye. Love you. Hugs. Hugs and kisses.